GUELPH. Okay. And then I think the font that I use here was Rockwell Extra Bold. Okay. Now I'll just squeeze it a little bit because I know it's going to be an arc there. Now you can always use the, say, envelope. I'm going to put the envelope effect. You can always put like if I go to envelope here, okay, there are some presets too, but I want to make my own. Let's say I want to make my own shape. Say for example here. So what am I gonna do? Okay. So say I'm gonna recreate this shape. So it's actually combination of welding and let's go to this side here. Okay, so first I'm going to make a box. Create a box like that. And I'm gonna make a shape, curve shape. Okay. So I'm gonna combine this ellipse. Okay. And then since if you look at this shape here, it's also an ellipse here. So ellipse here and also ellipse here. So you have to make a shape which has ellipse and then ellipse over this side too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make an ellipse on top like that. And just imagine this is the shape that I wanted. Okay. So before doing that, I have to make sure that these three objects, I'll use the graph, okay, or this side here. So I need to make these three objects centered or vertically. So I click here, the first, the second, and the third object, and I type in C to center. Okay. Now I know it's already centered. Okay, so then I can adjust a little bit, and I can also adjust this one. Because what's going to happen is this shape here, the letters of graph will go inside to the shape. Okay, so how do I do this? There's a really quick way to do it by using this one, the Smart Fill tool. You can always weld this one, intersect, and then delete. But there's a faster way to do it by using the Smart Fill tool. So if you click on the Smart Fill tool and just click on this one, and then just delete these objects here. So now I have the shape there. I'm gonna remove the fill, okay, and graph here, just make it bigger, just to fit in. Okay. Now I'm gonna use envelope to use that effect. So I click on that and go to effects, and I click on envelope. Okay. So envelope here, since I want this shape here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create from. So click on the eyedropper tool, and then an arrow will show up, and it's asking, okay, what shape do you want this text to go in? So I'm going to click on this one, right? And since it's in there now, see, look at it, it's in there. I just click on apply, and there it is. Very simple. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and I have this one already. So what I did here is, if you notice, the G and the H is bigger. So what I'll do, I'll go to arrange, convert to curves, okay, and go back to arrange again and break curve apart. Okay. So you notice the P is not right, so enclose the P in the box and just click on combine. Okay. So my only thing is the G and the H. So I click here and hold on shift and click on letter H. And then I'm going to expand it going down. And then I did make it bigger too on the top portion. Yeah. There you go. Now if you notice, the H is a little bigger, so I would say I'll make a line like that, and then line here too, just to make the H and the G consistent. And I would go this. There. Okay. Then I can combine. Then I can combine this one. Combine. Okay. Now, So for the effect here, what I did is, let's gonna make it bigger here. So for the effect, since it's combined, so I'll make the text, what I'll do, I'll make this white first, so that I have a basis. So you go to outline tool, click on this outline, and then I'll say I'll make it 16. Okay, I'll make this black, that's fine. Make sure behind fill and scale with image is checked, and I also would check this one for corners. And I click OK. So if you notice, there's an outline right? Now what I'm gonna do, because since if you look at this artwork here, it's white, and then they also have a black outline. So with this one, you click on plus to duplicate. Okay, so there are two objects there, it's exactly the same. One is behind the one object, which I click on the plus sign on my keyboard, and I go to my outline fill tool, click on this outline pen dialog. Since it's 16, I'm gonna double that point size to 32, and then I'll make it a different. For now, I'll just make it a different size. I mean different colors. I'll just make it orange for now. And this two has to be checked, and this one corners would be rounded. And click OK. There. Now what happens is the object with the orange outline is in front. So I click on the orange one. It says here orange, and I go to arrange order to back of page. There. Now if I look at my artwork here, I already have established the two outlines. Okay, so now I can make this one, the first one with the white outline, with a different feel. So I will go, I'm not going to make an exact one, I'm just going to make a similar one to that. So let's say, okay, I'll just choose that one, and choose this, and I'll make this 90 degrees. Click OK here. Okay, now I'm going to make the outline white for the first one, the foreground here, and then the orange one, you click on the orange one, make sure you have it right because here it shows, and then I'll make that black. There. Okay, so I'm not really happy with the fill, so maybe I'll just change that to a different color. I would say this one, and I'll say gold. Okay, there. So now for the last effect, you choose the one with the black outline, which is this one. See here, and you click on plus sign again. So we're gonna make a drop shadow and move it down here, and make sure to put the fill into black. So there you go. So that's the tutorial all about the envelope.